Okay, hello there, future me. Today is 8th August of 2025. I decided to talk a bit about some topics. I'll provide some document about topics about which I want to talk about. I want to just practice speech and talk about my language progress, my ideas. So yeah, I have a lot of ideas to talk about, but it will be big speech, and I don't have enough competence to talk about all of that here now. Okay, so just about English. So I started again sentence mining. I just mined words and sentences from Supernatural one episode. So I sentence mine pretty fast. I have set up I have a pretty good setup for it, so it pretty well. It's not hard for me. So, and also the problem about sentence mining was that Anki, because in the past I haven't. I just stopped reviewing sentence cards. So yeah. That's why after some time I just stopped sentence mining. But now I just started again Anki, and I reviewed almost all of my decks which I abandoned some time ago. With 70% retention using FSRS algorithm. But anyway, so about 70% I'll talk about later why I'm doing like that. But anyway, I just have some little goal just to have at least 10 sentence mined flashcards a day for English. Why I'm saying not instead of mine 10 sentences a day, I want just to have to review 10 new cards a day, because maybe I'll have maybe I'll just sentence mine 40-50 words a day when I want to, when I feel I like it, and maybe some days I don't want to sentence mine. So I don't want sentence mining to be my daily routine. I just want to have enough sentence mined cards for each day, because I just at least for now I'm reviewing pretty well consistently in Anki, so I want to keep this process until I'm not bored again about Anki. So anyway, also I decided to have some micro challenge in Link, just to have 2k points in English, and I did it 3 days in a row now, and I'm going to do it sometime. I don't have goal to infinity. I don't want to sentence mind. I don't want to gain 2k points every day infinitely. So I just feel like maybe sometimes makes sense to have some challenges and try to do that, and I'll learn more. It's fun, and I'll learn something maybe more intensively, and when I do some challenges temporary. So I don't know when I will stop this challenge. I'll do it as long as I can. So yeah. Also, I want to say that I last maybe week or two I just listen audiobooks in link, and I like it. So I don't know, the narrators or readers, I don't know how to, maybe narrators. So they're good, and I like to listen them and to read sometime in link queue. So they're just share emotions. They're pretty good quality audiobooks in link. So I just sort books in sorted books by known word percent, and I'm just pick one first book from that list and just read it and listen to. And listen a book while reading. So yeah. Also, I'm just maybe I talk about it, but anyway, I just don't ignore words in a link during reading. I just decided to not do that because it's just I don't feel like, I think it's just useless to ignore words which are names or variants of so-called pure words, lemmas. I don't know how to spell. So I just decided to not ignore them words. So maybe the words count in link will be bloated for me. But anyway, I just keep in mind for the future that known words in link are not real known words. So I'll measure known word count in different ways. So, yeah, and also in tablet when I'm reading a book. So it's sometimes it's hard to ignore the words every time. So it's just easier to not ignore just words and let them count. Okay, so about Spanish, I completed a few days ago. I completed mini stories of Spanish in link. And I just decided to reread them, reread and re-listen them, mini stories. And I just decided to read them again, a few mini stories a day, and do one new lesson a day. So one new lesson and few mini stories. So it's pretty good. So it's not that boring that I thought before. I thought that repeating the same content would be boring, but it's not that boring that I thought to. I just okay. That was noise. Okay, so I just watched again Steve Kaufman's video about how to start learning language or something like that, and he just emphasized the fact that for start makes sense to listen or read again and again, to repeat the material. And well, it sounds logical for me, and I just tried and it works. So for Spanish, I had some ideas that I'll just keep learning new lessons every day in Spanish, but obviously for Spanish I don't have that level of understanding to do so. So I just decided to read Spanish lessons at least for once, or I read or I listen. So, and I'll decide what to do later. So, okay, about Japanese. So about Japanese, I just stopped a week or two ago. I just stopped doing link Q lessons. I just decided to not to do that. I post about that in YouTube. So I stopped it because, well, it wasn't comprehensible for me. Using even the super beginner lessons in LingQ were super hard for me. So it was just almost all yellow words. So also LingQ has some problems with Japanese. First of all, he doesn't always correctly understand where the word starts and when the word ends. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. And also problem with LingQ with Japanese is that in lesson some word pronounced in some way, and when I click on that and LingQ spell read it and read that word, it sounds different. So LingQ has some problems with Japanese. So I'll return it later. Maybe I'll just do Mikaku sometime after some time. But anyway, I decided to slow down Japanese, at least for now. I just decided to concentrate more on other languages. So first English, secondary Spanish. So yeah, and but I'm doing every day Enki. I'm doing overall 4 new cards a day, but from 4 different decks, so 1 of each. So yeah, I'm just doing it, and also yeah, I'm doing daily review of Drops app and Duolingo. I do Duolingo lessons. So sometimes I'm not doing Japanese Duolingo lesson, but mostly I do Duolingo Japanese lesson. I do 5 minutes Drops, so just it free tier provide, and I do 1 or some Duolingo lessons. Maybe I'll talk later about Duolingo. Duolingo has some good feature of explanation. Maybe I'll create card about explanation sections from Duolingo. Anyway, I'll talk about it later maybe. Okay, and I have to I want to talk about something else. Yeah, about multiple decks, and for all languages which I learned, I have multiple decks, and there were same word in multiple decks same time. So I think any information more better solidifies than we learn or understand it in different contexts, and if you are not learning with comprehensible input or immersion, when you learn word, try to remember or learn with Enki, it's better solidify into your mind when you do same review with different flashcards. So I don't mind if my review count, for example, is 4, for example, for Japanese, but in reality I don't learn 4 words, so I don't mind about that, because I'll not count my vocabulary level based on Anki cards or Linky words, as I said before. So anyway, I think this way information and knowledge will solidify better. Also about Japanese cards. So for example, I like Revolt's deck for Japanese, but it has some cons about that it automatically read it, so I just don't read it by myself during review, so I just remember sound of that word. I don't read the kanji, so by using multiple decks. Some decks are for reading, some decks are for listening, and I think it will solidify better. So using other decks which I don't like by themselves, for example, Core 2K 6K deck, they are not good by themselves, but with cooperation, I don't know how to say it, with listening decks like Revolt's deck, it better. I think it's better, so I just started to read kanji, and so just good. I don't know, I feel like I'm learning something better when I learned the same word for one from different texts. Anyway. So yeah, and also I want to talk about a little bit about my ideas, my experience, and what works for me for a language learning routine, for creating that routine that after many tries to learn languages, now I'm learning again. I keep streak some maybe almost 2 months now, also month and a half. So, and I just understood that makes sense to have a minimum amount of daily study to do each day. So it can be just doing one review, just keep striking Duolingo or drops anyway, and LinkU, and anyway, just makes sense to have some minimum amount of study to do and do it. Also, when I don't want to study somewhere, it was the case in past, so make just not make it's super important that I just start doing. For example, if I decided to gain 2k points in Link daily, even if I don't feel I want to study, if I don't feel I want to read now, makes sense to just start. So just by keeping in mind that even if I don't complete 2k points, I'll do something more. So I don't know. And motivation will come after starting it. So it just starts. So I don't know how to say differently. So anyway, it's super important. I just understood that this is very important. And also, just as I wrote it down, it's important to keep in mind that all this will pay off in future also. So Also, I want to add that daily diaries and daily study stations in YouTube also help me. It's additional work, but anyway, it helps me to keep consistent. So again, this is free speech practice for me. I don't want to cut this anyway, so it's just practice of free speech for me. I'm just maybe delete noises from audio and etc. So that's all. I want to keep this as a log of my level, so I'll just watch it, listen to it later in the future, and I feel proud about me. I know that that will be maybe I'll be proud even without listening to this, but anyway. So, and maybe someone else will watch, listen to this, so I don't know. But the primary early goal of this channel is not to gain viewers. It will be great if someone will watch, but the main goal isn't just to log progress and to watch it later, and also gain some experience with video editing. So lazy editing, but anyway, I just learn something almost every day about video editing, so it's also a plus. I have many ideas to talk about, but anyway, that's all for now. Maybe I'll create some routine about free speech to just to have some free speech practice more often and more regularly. I don't know, I just felt just for now that I want to talk about some things and simultaneously to practice free speech of English. So anyway, that's all.